part 2 of volume 3 of Friendsim 2. This is starting to sound like some sort of numbers game, but we meet an old friend.
Hey! Hey, you! Yeah, this makes perfect sense. Draw the short straw to go talk to the quartermaster. End up finding this idiot passed out in the middle of the base.
It's Marsti!
Makes perfect sense to me.
I know that typing quirk anywhere! Is that? There she is! Marsti!
That is my name. Congratulations. You've managed to retain a functional understanding of your acquaintances.
Doesn't she mean best friends?
Don't push it.
Fair enough.
What the hell are you doing here?
Wait a sec. You're surprised she actually recognized you. After all, you only spent a little bit of time together before, and it seems like she was a lot more interested in making eyes at Focal than anything else.
Of course I remember you. It's the spindly arms.
Spindly arms. Oh, is that really your most memorable trait?
Don't be stupid. Of course not. You're a fucking alien. You honestly thought I'd just forget about that?
Oh, yeah.
Really? What are you doing here?
Currently, hiding from a surprise highbolt inspection, you think. You're a little unclear on the specifics, but you feel like it would be a bad idea to hang around the prawns in all of Barracks.
Well, come on. I'll show you the Rust Barracks.
Ooh, cool. She motions with a hand follower. After keeping close to her, some other crazy thing happens.
You mind telling me how you even ended up here? I never could figure out what happened to you. Then, I heard something about an alien who got pulled from the coal lists a half cycle ago.
It's kind of a long story. You have a lot of cool alien powers now. Well, you had a lot of cool alien powers, but a different, much less cool alien took them away. That's a short version. You arrive at another set of barracks that's basically identical to the ones that Skylar and Konnyl live in, except that this one it's a bunch of rustbloods milling around, chatting with each other, reading. No one really seems to bat an eye when you show up. A couple other soldiers wait to Marsti, who returns the gesture, but they mostly just ignore you.
Yeah, folks around here are good at ignoring weird stuff. It's easier that way. So, I've got a few minutes before I need to take this gravity module controller over to my ship. You mind telling me what's going on with you?
Yeah, that sounds great, but actually, you were kind of hoping she could tell you about her right now. Marsti scrunches up her mouth, shakes her head quickly.
You're just kind of always like this, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm where I'm supposed to be right now.
She looks around the barracks and smiles slightly. There's something sad about it. You mentioned you've noticed that it's all rustbloods here.
Oh yeah, you're very perceptive.
Thank you. Wait, she's being sarcastic, wasn't she?
Yeah, it's all rustbloods, because we all get pulled for special training after our basic rotation.
She shrugs and doesn't elaborate, as if you're just supposed to know what any of this means. You remember Marsti you remind Marsti that you're an alien who knows basically nothing about Alternian culture, much less about the nuances of Alternian military structure.
It'd be easier to just show you, actually. Come on, let's go.
Show. Without another word, Marsti stands up and leads you out of the Rustblood barracks and back to the airfields. As you're walking, you notice something you didn't notice before. A large drone rolling along the treads. So, what's the deal with the drones? Marsti shakes her head.
Don't worry about it. Just don't get too close, okay? They might not understand that you're not a threat.
Wow, that's extremely ominous. Before you can properly explain to Marsti just how uncomfortable that particular piece of Alternian trivia makes you feel, she's led you down a row of sleek-looking aircraft that's parked here.
Well, this one's mine.
Wait, what?
This is my ship. I feel like I was pretty direct about that. What part is still confusing?
Well, the part where she has a ship, for one.
Okay, technically it's mine in that I'm responsible for it and I'm assigned to fly it. I can't just take it out for a spin.
Marsti walks over and puts a hand on the ship side of the ship, smiling to herself. How did any of this happen? You thought she was mostly about cleaning stuff up, not flying spaceships. Marsti shrugs.
Yeah, that would have been great, but they have drones for cleaning. What they don't have drones for is the precision required for suborbital attack runs. So, here I am, me and the other Rustbloods.
Her tone is almost bitter, resentful. Is this something she wants to talk about?
No, not really. It's not a long story anyway. Conscripted and taken away from anyone or anything I cared about. Sent into the attack pilot training program. Owe the Empire a lifetime of service now. Good news is that the life expectancy of a newly minted pilot specialist is only about 2 sweeps. So it won't be for much longer.
Wait, what? That's horrible. How did you ever consider running away?
Of course I have. And then what? Leave everyone behind in exchange for what? A guided missile up the exhaust plume and then...
She makes a poof motion with her hands.
At least here, I've got people I can trust.
Oh, and she means the other pilots and crew, like family? Marsti squints at you, and you have to remind yourself that they don't really have the same concept of family in Alternian society.
I think I understand your meaning well enough.
She sighs and slaps aside the ship.
Fuck it. Let's go back to the barracks. I don't see the technician around anywhere. I'll have to wait for him to install this part, and I don't feel like standing out here.
Fair enough. Doesn't she ever wish you could get away from it all, though? Get away from the Empire? Away from Alternia? Away from literally everything? Marsti doesn't answer right away. Instead, she looks you up and down and narrows her eyes.
What are you saying, exactly? So I'm clear on this.
See, the thing is, you got some powers. You're getting really used to this whole pitch by now. Had powers. You don't have powers. Gotta get those sweet, sweet powers back any day now. So, does she want to go home, Hive?
Are you out of your mind? This is the closest I'm getting to being back Hive these days.
Okay, but you can take her to a place where it's just better. You can take her somewhere she doesn't have to worry about whatever horrible fate has in store for her and she keeps working for the army.
Excuse me, but what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you acting like you can make this decision for me?
Well, see, you're not doing that. It's just, well...
Well, why should I trust you? You disappear for more than 2 sweeps and show up with nothing but wild claims of having some kind of magical powers. Can you see why I might be a little bit skeptical?
Okay, yeah, you do kind of see your point. Marsti sighs, the motions you to follow her. Back in the barracks, Marsti dresses soldiers milling around. All of them are dressed in the same rust-colored uniform she is.
The only reason any of this is worth it is because of these people. Maybe I can't fix things. Maybe this is a horrible position to be in, but at least I can try to keep them safe.
Oh, shit. What she's saying sounds so familiar. And then you realize she's basically saying the same exact thing that you do.
Then you understand why I can't go with you.
Yeah, you actually do understand. While you're in the process of having this intense personal revelation, one of the Rustbloods walks to Marsti and says something in a low voice, and low enough that you can't really hear it. Marsti nods and turns back to his Rustblood walks off.
I've got something to do really quick. If you want to come with, I guess that's fine.
Oh yeah, you're definitely coming with her. Hanging out and being generally helpful is just something you like to do.
Huh. I would have gone with being annoying, but I guess we can work with that.
It takes about 10 minutes for Marsti to lead you to another building. Some kind of control tower thing. Looks like a, yeah. It looms up above you, imposingly tall against an environment where everything else seems distinctly squat and nondescript. If you had to, you guess that this fills basically the same role as an airport control tower back on Earth, controlling flight paths and such. There are, however, a series of what definitely looks like missiles positioned nearby.
Oh yeah, they're missiles.
Huh. With that fun new piece of terrifying Alternian trivia solidly in your brain, you walk up to the door and stop, turning back towards Marsti. So, what are we doing here?
Well, I need to relieve someone monitoring comms. You can basically do whatever.
Cool. Inside the control tower is humming with activity, literally humming. The noise of computers and everything is actually quite loud. All around, shows are working. You notice there's a lot of them are wearing the same rust red that Marsti is.
Yeah, we get assigned to a lot of low-level tech stuff. Not complicated enough to rate a gold blood, I guess.
She shrugs and walks over to an empty console, sits down and promptly begins to ignore you. Okay, you get it. You can tell you're not wanted. You're about to turn to play excuse yourself when a piece of paper catches your eye. Looks like someone left this here by mistake. For some reason, it seems very important to pick this one specific piece of paper up. Well... Where's the choice? What's the choice? The illusion of choice. I feel like I went down the route of making everyone want to leave instead of stoking the fires of rebellion. I guess I should have went with Konnyl earlier. Whoopsie daisy. Fucking pick up the paper, I guess. You struggle to read the words. It's like they're floating in front of you. You can't quite make it out. Okay. Department of Alternian Army Project Guardian. Guardian. for immediate release. Hellhanders developed Project Guardian program status. The Army Advanced Research Project Agency has finished conducting its initial one-sweep evaluation. The first batch of subjects of the Project Guardian preliminary tests were conducted on satellites that in cooperation with Alternian Army personnel. Initial findings were promising, suggesting that bonded pairs consisting of a troll handle and their lusus would be more effective than a standard soldier in the field, especially for conducting special work such as perimeter defense or urban pacification. However, several key flaws began to present themselves during testing. Namely, most lusus troll pairs were unsuitable for combat conditions. Finding a combination of properly equipped partners proved to be extremely difficult. Attempts to bond luci with new trolls were universally unsuccessful, and it resulted in a number of fatalities. As such, it was the recommendation of the project advisors that the lusus troll handler program be discontinued to focus on enhancements to the drone program. Alternative Army senior staff concur with the assessment. Effective immediately. All operations in Project Guardian are to be ceased and all biological assets to be scheduled for immediate disposal. You clutch with your hands and realize what it's saying hit you all once. This is what Konnyl was talking about. This is the chance she had to work with her lusus. This is probably why they wouldn't let you see your mom, because they're getting ready to kill her. You need to go warn Konnyl. Marsti is occupied with listening to something on the part oversized air of headphones, and no one else seems to much care about what you do. You take this back to your cue to slide out and back to the barracks. You open the door hesitantly. Part of you still worried you're going to run into Ardata, whoever was with Ardata before. Instead, you see Skylar and Konnyl sitting together on the bunk, talking low voices. Cautiously walk up to them, put your hand on a half wave. Hey there, you say, very casual, what's going on?
What the hell is with you? What were you doing the last hour?
About that, you got something that Konnyl needs to see.
Fuck off, we're kinda busy right now.
No. Konnyl glares at you and begins to stand up. You quickly change tack. No. You see, this is important. It really can't wait. You reach out and hand her a part of paper you're holding, one you found in the control room. Konnyl scans the document quickly, and you can see her eyes move from top to bottom, then back to top and down again. As she reads, her face changes, and you think she's trying to understand what she's seeing.
No, you know what? Everyone get the fuck out.
Konnyl shouts echoes through the barracks. A bunch of very startled trolls quickly dash for the exit, and you get the feeling they're about very familiar with just how intense Konnyl can be. Konnyl goes directly at you. Is she okay?
Am I okay? Are you fucking serious right now? No, I'm not fucking okay. My mom. They're going to fucking call my mom.
Now, they might still let her go.
You wish you could believe that, but you know what you saw. It wasn't a mistake.
I'm telling you, it's not gonna be like that.
There's no way she actually believes that. Despite the strong pitch vibes you got off these two, Skylar seems to be kind of acting like Connell's Moira right now. Konnyl shrugs his shoulders and growls.
I know what I fucking saw. You don't believe what you're saying. You know it's a bunch of fucking lies.
Skylar doesn't say anything. Her shoulders droop and she shakes her head.
I don't know what to think about it.
Daijoubukai. Let's go here. I don't know. Bunch of murdering bastards.
You think I don't know that already? You think none of us know that?
Look, no one's gonna wanna even go through with this.
So they'll find someone who will. Stop treating me like a fucking wiggler. Someone who joined the army because of goddamn cereal vids. You goddamn grub.
Skylar frowns, but she doesn't say anything. You step outside the barracks for a second to try to get your thoughts in order. There's a lot more to take in than you expected, and you're still reeling from being shot at all that.
You got something to say to me?
No, you're pretty sure you'll end up making things substantially worse somehow.
You talk a lot about how bad the Empire is, don't you?
She snorts at you.
Skylar'd fucking love that, I bet.
Before you can properly respond, Skylar walks out of the barracks, hands on her hips.
Y'all can't just go around doing whatever the fuck you feel like.
Why not? They all do. Fucking high bloods all do. Fucking Empire does.
Because we have to be smarter than that. Because otherwise, we'll end up dead.
Without warning, Konnyl turns and rushes at Skylar. Skylar might be impressively strong at a foot taller than Konnyl, but the all-blood is a wall of solid muscle. She slams Skylar up against the side of the barracks, baring her teeth and glaring.
Is that what we need to do? Because all I'm hearing is, Konnyl, let your fucking mom die.
You know that's not what I meant by that.
Right. Just, never mind.
He needs to focus on doing with the army. Skylar frowns and shakes her head.
You say that like it's the easiest thing in the world. You maybe want to rethink that one?
Okay, it's a really good point. How about... Why don't we go rescue Konnyll's lusus? The two trolls stare at you for what feels like a full minute, and finally a huge grin breaks out on Konnyll's face.
Oh, hell yes. Now you're finally making some sense.
She looks absolutely furious right now, completely livid and ready to go punch a hole through the first person who gets in her way. Now that you mention it, maybe this wasn't the best idea ever.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go! She's already walking in the direction of lusus. Kennels? You feel a bit weird using that word for creatures that seem to be completely sentient, but you're not sure what else to call it. The word prison springs to mind.
Stop!
Scott's starting to shake.
We can't just go in there and grab her. What are you gonna do when they sound the alarm? What's your big plan for surviving this?
It doesn't look like Konnyl gave that much thought. She shrugs and growls, but she doesn't keep moving.
Are you out of your goddamn mind? Do you have any idea what you're doing?
We could do it. If you're actually serious. We could go rescue her. I'm getting my mom back. You want to help? Fine. If not, fuck off.
Scott stops, so you can see the struggle on her face. She doesn't think this is going to work, but she isn't about to let Konnyl walk into this alone. You can see in her eyes the moment she makes her decision.
Okay, fine.
So you'll grab the coat. Oh, wait, you don't have a coat. You'll be right there.
No.
Scott turns, puts something in your hands. Kind of looks like a walkie-talkie, a lot more alive looking.
You're gonna stay right here in the barracks and talk to us on this thing. No way in hell you're coming with us.
Oh, but you're so generally useful. Scott hits you with a withering glare. Okay, fine. You guess so.